I want to share with you a few key evidence-based strategies to not only help you boost mental and physical energy at work, but also to stay healthy as we age. The foods we eat and the foods we don't eat have a powerful influence on our health. It's estimated that by eating a healthy diet, maintaining a healthy weight, exercising regularly, and not smoking, 8 out of 10 cases of coronary heart disease could be prevented. Those same lifestyle factors can avert 9 out of 10 cases of type 2 diabetes. So think about that for a minute. Type 2 diabetes is largely preventable, yet we're witnessing an epidemic of it in this country and in the States, of course, as well. They found that employees who said that they ate an unhealthy diet, usually, they were 66% more likely to report productivity loss compared to people who regularly ate a healthy diet packed with fruits and vegetables, whole grains, etc. What did you eat for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner? What did you have as an afternoon snack? Did you skip meals because you were too busy, too stressed? The foods you eat can really do a lot of things to promote mental effectiveness. First of all, carbohydrates, whether that's from whole grains, fruit, even yogurt has carbohydrate, they're metabolized into glucose, which is the key fuel for your brain cells so that they can help you stay focused and alert during the day. Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals. They're produced in your brain and they help your brain communicate messages throughout your body. Glucose is used to make a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, and acetylcholine helps regulate the ability for us to pay attention, to concentrate. But there are many other nutrients involved in neurotransmitter production in the brains as well. If you eat a kind of a lousy diet, that's really going to affect your body's stress response, which is a biological response. It starts in the brain and it helps your body deal and react to stress. Your diet affects your mood too. I mean, if you're not eating well, you might be pretty irritable during the day if you skip meals or you just eat a poor diet. There's also growing research out there to suggest that people who eat an unhealthy diet, high in saturated fat, lots of refined carbs, sugars, low in fruits and vegetables, have an increased risk of depression and anxiety. We're learning that the right diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, can actually help significantly reduce depressive symptoms in people who have depression. And that's another project that we're working on at MedCan that's very exciting. We'll be launching a very robust nutrition program combined with psychological counseling. So we're teaming together nutrition and psychology to be used in the treatment of depression. So I'm really excited about that. So what should we be eating then to stay focused, alert during the day on the job? We talked about carbohydrates. We want to fuel your brain cells. Your brain cells rely on that glucose to help you stay alert and focused. But not just any carbohydrates. We want to choose healthy carbohydrates that have what we call a low glycemic index. The glycemic index is a measure of how quickly, how slowly, or somewhere in the middle, the carbs you eat, whether it's bread, pasta, rice, sweet potato, it could be fruit, it could be yogurt, how quickly they get converted to blood sugar or glucose. So low glycemic foods are converted to glucose more slowly, so you have a sustained, and your brain cells get a sustained release of energy throughout the day. Those types of foods, things like oats, quinoa, brown rice, sweet potato, really grainy, dense breads where you can see the grains in. 100% whole wheat bread may be a whole grain, but it actually has a high glycemic index. It spikes your blood sugar quickly. So really your whole foods, many of them are low glycemic. Protein, it slows down digestion. So again, it helps you lead to a more sustained release of energy from that meal. And the other thing protein does is it can delay hunger longer if you include protein in your meals. I think we all know when we get really hungry, you have difficulty concentrating, focusing. Protein in meals can actually stimulate brain cells that can cause alertness. So how much protein do you need? And I think we are a protein-obsessed bunch. Most people I see are getting more protein than they need. They're taking protein powders when they don't need to, when it's not doing them much good. Exercise, we know, increases the requirement for protein. And then take a look at what kind of exercise you do. If you're just jumping on the treadmill a few times a week, you do have higher requirements. But if you're also doing a lot of resistance training, strength training, you're gonna need even more to help you recover, your muscles recover from that exercise. If you're following a low-calorie diet in an effort to lose weight, you need more protein to help you maintain muscle while you lose body fat. More protein if you're eating low calories, and of course, really importantly, resistance training. The other interesting thing we're learning is how you eat protein during the day. You need to spread it out. Studies are suggesting that dividing it evenly between your 3 meals, 20 to 30 grams per meal, is ideal for optimal muscle function and muscle strength. Do you evenly divide protein between your meals, or do you, like many people, skew it towards the end of the day where you've got a big piece of chicken or fish on your dinner plate? So think about your protein and spread it out evenly. You want a steady state of amino acids coming into your body. Fruits and vegetables. There was a study recently published. It was conducted in 405 adults, and they found that participants who said they ate a lot of fruits and vegetables during the day, they reported feeling happier and more creative at work compared to their colleagues who really didn't eat many at all during the day. And researchers think that the nutrients, the antioxidants, and the carbohydrates from these foods help to produce dopamine and serotonin in the brain, which are 2 neurotransmitters related to behavior, to mood. Fruits and vegetables are important for a number of different reasons, and they may keep your mind feeling engaged as well. And the MIND diet does more than help to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's, studies suggest. It also has been shown in older adults, people who adhere to this kind of diet more carefully have a slower rate of cognitive decline. But the MIND diet can keep your brain working well, can protect your brain cells because it provides anti-inflammatory nutrients that reduce inflammation. They provide lots of antioxidants that help protect your brain cells from free radical damage. So that's important. There are 10 brain-friendly food groups. Leafy green vegetables, you should be eating at least 6 times a week. Other vegetables, every single day. Berries at least 2 times a week. Berries contain polyphenols, very potent antioxidants that not only reduce inflammation and fend off free radical damage, but they also help clear toxic proteins from your brain cells that accumulate over time and with age. Nuts, at least 5 times a week we should be eating nuts. All types of nuts are healthy. Diet that includes nuts helps to lower LDL or bad cholesterol, helps to lower blood pressure, and helps reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, all important factors that influence memory in your brain. But nuts also are a very good source of vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects the fatty membranes of your brain cells. Whole grains, at least 3 servings a day. Fish, at least once a week. One of the omega-3s in fish oil, or fatty fish, called DHA, makes up a large proportion of the communicating membranes of your brain cells. So the more flexible your brain cells are by having these omega-3 fats in them, the thinking is that we could communicate messages between brain cells more easily. Poultry a couple times a week. Obviously, here comes the Mediterranean diet. Olive oil is the principal cooking oil. And believe it or not, even a 5-ounce glass, not a 9, but a 5-ounce glass of wine a day is part of this plan because a small amount of alcohol seems to have anti-inflammatory effects. More alcohol, though, can negatively impact your brain.